What's that, Skip? Seano's talking about Supercoach again. Let's go. G'day everybody, it's Seano again, and I'm back with some more Supercoach content. Today we've got our team reveal emergency update. Alright, so the teams have just dropped. It's Thursday afternoon, and I've made a few changes to my teams, and I wanted to show you guys the change I've made. I don't want anyone saying, hey Seano, your team looks completely different from your last team reveal. So this is the team that I'll be going in with, except for potentially one or two rookie decisions, which I'll point out as we go. Now, before I do, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. We got a big season coming up. We'll be doing team reviews every season. You guys have been absolutely amazing through the preseason, so I hope you'll all stick with me and see how we go through the season, and hopefully I can help you guys make the right decisions when it comes to trading and what to do with your team as the season goes through. So definitely subscribe, like this video if you like the video, and leave me a comment down below. One last thing, we do have spots left in the Unlimited League. The draft ones, as you see below me, are filled and done. So congratulations and thank you for everyone who went and competed in those and participated in those draft leagues. But there are still ones in the Unlimited. We went past 100 as what we were aiming for, so we would love to get that up to 200. That'd be brilliant. And for the subscribers, we smashed past the 300 and we're almost at 400 now. So I would love it if you guys could get me up to 400. So if you haven't already subscribed, do that right now. Okay, so I might just reveal the team this way. So I haven't actually blacked anybody out. So top line, Sinclair, Rosie, Blackiston, and Lindsay, Grill, Sarong, Jarks, and Selwood, or Jakes, however you say it. So here, the position that's changed here, we've, instead of Blackiston, we've had Kayla Windsor here, we've also had Colby McKercher here, and we've also had Jordan Clark here. Now, I had to go down to Blackiston a little bit because of money, but also because of the ruck situation. I believe he'll get DPP ruck status in round 6, and if he's still playing. But when you look at the injury reports, and I can show that to you now, it says that Brian, who's the man who could potentially come and take his position, knee 4 to 5 weeks. So I don't know if you can see that, but it says Nick Bryan, knee 4 to 5 weeks. So to me, that means he only has to play 3 weeks to go up. You know, if we get 4 or 5, if you get 4 or 5 weeks out of him, he doesn't have an early buy, so that would be awesome. He'll make us some money and he'll allow us to pivot to another player if we want to, and cover us in the ruck if we need coverage in the ruck. And we're going to see a little bit down the page if I'm going to need coverage in the ruck or not. So Grill is locked in for tonight's game. As I said, it's Thursday. The team's just been dropped. The game hasn't started yet, but I just wanted to jump on and get this video out for you guys as quickly as possible. So going down to the midfield, Butters and Daicos hasn't changed. There's a name that's changed, Noah Anderson. So I figured instead of having the Clark or one of these other high-priced guys in the back line, I wanted another gun, a gun that I knew was going to be almost guaranteed to be top 8 midfielder with an amazing run. Now, Noah Anderson plays the Eagles this week, and I love my Eagles, but I expect them to get absolutely destroyed, and Noah Anderson could put up a massive score, and I just wanted that in my team. And I figured instead of mucking around with a player where I wasn't too sure, even with the Jordan Clark, I'm not 100% sure he's going to be a top 6 defender, but I'm pretty sure Noah Anderson is going to be very close, if not an easy top 8 midfielder. So that's why I got him in there. Then we've got Goulden, we got Walsh. Young, there was that scare about Young. Took him out. Originally, I took him out to get Anderson in, but he is named to play. it wasn't a soft tissue injury or anything. He had a knock during an earlier game, an ankle or something like that. So he should be good to go. And if he's not, well, I'll pivot off him for one of the cheaper guys or an upcoming rookie. Parrish, we're going to stick with Parrish. Obviously, those two guys are quite risky. Parrish at least has had a clean preseason, we'll put it. There's been no injuries or scares for him. I don't know if either of those guys can score enough to make us a lot of money, but they hopefully will score enough to get us decent scores on the field. I think if they get to 550k, it's probably going to be, about as good as we can ask for. And that's not usually how much money you would like to make off someone, but considering they could get us some breakout big scores, I'm going to accept that. So we got Smith, like everyone, Sharp. Now, Carroll is named on the extended bench, so he still could play, even though it's got a big orange dot next to his name. But if he doesn't play, I have a get-out-of-jail-free card. The Port Adelaide guy, the 99 guy for Port Adelaide, Watkins, has been named and will play, according to the Port Adelaide website. So I'll probably give him a go. And unfortunately, yes, I think Watkins may get dropped out of the team after a couple of rounds when Ollie Wines comes back. And that's why if Carroll is available, I will stick with Carroll. And then when that time comes, when Watson comes to his third game, Carroll would have already gone up for one price rise. And I could potentially drop Carroll down to Watkins if it looks like he's going to get some more games. Balamir's got named, and that is brilliant. So that's really good. I think he might have even been named on the field, which is an exciting thing to see. He did. He was named on the field. So for a 99k rookie, I really like the looks of that. Shows that they kind of like him. He wasn't even on the bench. He's named on the field. Who else? So English, we're still going English and McAndrew. So we were teetering back and forth whether we're going to put Luke Jackson in here. And when the teams came out, at first we were like, hey, Luke Jackson, he's gonna ruck alone. But I didn't look clear enough. I obviously didn't have my glasses on, or they must have been a little bit blurry, because that is not the case at all. Sean Darcy has been named. I was going to bring it up, but Sean Darcy has been named as the number one ruck, and Luke Jackson's been named as a follower. So that midfield role, midfield forward role, and he'll run around and get the ruck contest when Darcy is not around. So the thing with that is he's never scored that well doing that before. Now maybe with this new ruck business going on, with this new midfield business going on, he can score a little bit more. But at 600k, I just don't know what to do. So we're going to put him in Andrew, and we're going to run the risk for the moment. Mitch Edwards was named. Liam Reedy wasn't, which is kind of good because Liam Reedy looked useless. Now, do I have confidence that Geelong will keep Mitch Edwards in there? He wasn't named as the number one ruck. Blittas was in the followers, but I feel he's done okay. He's done enough for me to have a look at him, and he's playing, and so we'll lock him in and we'll have a look, and hopefully he does end up playing the number one ruck, because in the last game, in the practice game when he was in the match with the other boys, he did take most of the hit outs, so hopefully he can do that again. So moving down to the forward line, and we can get rid of this now. We've got Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Lombard, with Marshall and Robertson on the bench, and Tanner Burn on the flex position. That pretty much whole forward line has not changed. I'm still tempted to put in Roses instead of Marshall, as he already has a score in the bank, and do the same thing. If he doesn't work out, drop him down to a Marshall or Robertson or somebody once they play their games. Again, at least I would get one price rise out of him. Now, you never really want to dump a rookie after one price rise, so that's not ideal for him or for Carroll. But if Marshall comes out and drops a couple of stinkers, then it would at least save me having to deal with that. There are a lot of good forward rookies, so it's kind of hard to choose. You've also got the Adelaide backup ruck, Toby Murray has been also named, and I think he could be a good pickup forward. Lots of good forward rookies and quite a good defense, lots of defensive rookies, not so much in the midfield, which is why we're going kind of strong in the midfield. So I'll zoom out a little bit for you, crew, see if we can get the whole team on one page. One more, there we go. Can we go one more forward? There we go. So that's the team I'm going in with, and the only changes that will happen will be in regards of those rookies. Potentially Carroll out for Watkins and potentially Marshall out for Roses. Yeah, so that's going to be it. We're going to keep the video very short. As I said, it was just an emergency update. I really wanted to show you guys the team that I'm going in with. And yeah, I hope you guys like the team. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the team, leave me a like and definitely leave me a comment down below. I know a few people in my last video were a bit wary on Hayden Young, and I have to admit, so am I after that injury, but I'm willing to take the risk. And we're going to, especially too, I have no idea what's going on down there with the Freo midfield now that they've chucked in Jackson and they're chucking in Murphy Reed there as well. So Hayden Young could be a fail. Parrish could be a fail, but that's why they're mid prices. That's why you got to take that. You're taking a risk, and I don't have too many risks. I have Blackiston. I got one mid price in the back, Laura Ryan. I got these two boys here, and then in the midfield, in the forward line, I don't really have any mid prices. I kind of regard Buderick as a high priced rookie, and so I think the risk is fairly low. The only super thing that I'm worried about is if McAndrew goes down or is dropped, and that's why I don't know if I showed you. I have 230k in the bank. Now, I usually would never advise anyone going into a season with 230k. It's usually too much money sitting aside, but that amount of money is going to, I think this, in the uncertainty of this year, with the rucks and what's going on, it's going to allow me to get out of trouble and get the best rookies if I need to. If one of a rookie like, you know, the guy Dersma from the Eagles comes out and gets a 90 and a 90 and everybody wants him, then maybe I can use it there. Plus, I can go up from a rookie if I have to. Say one of these back rookies, I could go up to like a Kayla Windsor if he's killing it. You know, so it gives me options. And I don't think having that much on the bench is a crazy idea at this time for this season. I think the players have got a reasonably solid, and I think it'll allow me to pivot to a you know, primo ruck if I need it, one of the better mid prices, or some of the more expensive rookies if I need them. I'm not saying you should leave that much money on the bank. I just feel a lot safer with it there, and it happens to be the first season ever that I've gone in probably with more than 100,000 at the beginning of the season. Anyway, crew, like I said, summing up the video, that's it. That's my team. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below, and I will talk to you all as the season goes. Really hope you join me on the journey as this AFL season gets kicked underway, and good luck with everyone and your teams. I really hope that one of my viewers is the one that wins the 50k. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I'll talk to you all again very soon. Take it away, Skip.